If you clicked on this video, you probably want to set up a continuous integration and deployment application hosted probably on Namecheap shared hosting. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I use GitHub Actions to push both my front end and back end, and eventually trigger the backend restart using FTP, file transfer protocol. With that out of the way, let's get to the video. So this is my project structure. The front end is the basic React app I spun up for the sake of this tutorial, and the backend is built using Express.js and TypeScript, as that is my usual stack. Because it is written in TypeScript, it is eventually going to be compiled into a distribution folder, a dist folder. My frontend and backend are both hosted on namecheap.com. For the purpose of this tutorial, I hosted my frontend on the subdomain html.telemaschool.com. You can see it here. And my backend hosted on api.telemaschool.com. See, the backend is running. So, by the end of this video, we would use FTP to upload our builds and restart the backend by modifying a restart.txt file in our application root, our backend application root. So how do you get your FTP credentials? You go into your Namecheap account and you go into FTP accounts, create manage. So for my username, I want to use HTML. My domain is telemaschool.com. Let me put in my passwords. Now I want this FTP account to have complete access to my root application. So I'm just going to delete this. So it's going to have access from my root folder, my root directory. So unlimited quota, and I'll create the account. Please take note of this directory. This directory will be the directory GitHub Actions lands the moment it logs into your FTP account. So you'll begin navigating from this directory, the root directory of my Namecheap account. All right, now that we've created this FTP account, we'll add these credentials as secrets in your GitHub repo. How do you do that? You come over to settings. You go to secrets and variables, actions, and repository secrets. You see I've already set them up. I have my FTP password and my FTP username. You set your FTP username as this. This is your FTP username, and the password. And the password is the password you set while creating your FTP account. Right. So let's go to the GitHub Action workflow setup. I'll do a quick walkthrough of the YAML file that we use to deploy our build. So without going too deep into everything, I'm just going to give you a rundown of everything this automation script does. It first of all checks our code, then it installs necessary dependencies. Please keep in note this working directory. If you do not put in the working directory, if you do not state the working directory, you will be working from the root directory of your GitHub repository. So in order to go into your front end before you start running commands, you need to set the front end working directory here. So we go into our front end, we build up the file because it's a React file, and then we upload to our server. It navigates this navigates from the home directory of our FTP account, and it goes into this my front end directory. This is this server.dir is the directory on my name chip server, and the local -dir is the directory of the GitHub Actions that the GitHub Action is currently working in. So the GitHub Actions creates a build file after running this, and this is the build file. We are sending the contents of this build file straight into my Namecheap frontend directory. So a similar thing is done in the backend. Basically the exact same thing. We are creating, since my backend is written in TypeScript, a dist file is created when we run npm run build, and the contents of that dist file is sent into my backend directory on Namecheap. Then finally, in order to restart my backend, we need to modify a restart.txt file in the temp folder. The temp folder is located at the root, must be located at the root of your backend application. And then you run this command to modify the creation date of the restart.txt file. All right, so now that we have this, we can test run our deployment. So let me make some changes to my front end. Let me change this. And to my backend, API is still running. Okay. Now let's push these changes to GitHub. Then we can monitor this. We can monitor our workflow from here. Let me see. So everything we put into our YML file is being carried out. All the commands we have programmed in. Our React frontend application is being built and uploaded. Everything's being done successfully. Any errors, you see any errors here. The job was executed successfully. Now let's check this. All right, so our front end was updated. Let's check our back end. Our backend has been updated. So there you have it. I hope this helped you set up your CI/CD on shared hosting. If this helped you, kindly give a thumbs up, drop a comment, and check for my if you have any issues, kindly check for my Discord in the description. I'll be happy to help anyone that is having an issue with this particular process. I noticed in some other videos people were having issues and they were not getting the exact help that that fits their exact situation. So if I've left my Discord in the description, message me. If I have the time, I'll get to you. Like, comment, share with your developer friends. Thank you.